Here are today's top stories in the What in the World segment. Number 1. We called out Musalia Mudavadi earlier in the week for being a weak, ineffective CS of Foreign Affairs. And now that the 13th Parliament is back in session, competent MPs like Babu Owino have continued to hammer the point home. Here's the tape.
And the other day, you saw in that ministry, the person heading the ministry, Honorable Musalia, coming out clearly to protect the interest of a foreign state instead of protecting the interest of Kenyans. And you saw that Kenyans are being embarrassed there, including myself when I went to Tanzania, Chairman. Those people really harassed me at the airport and detained me for 3 hours incommunicado. And Chairman, you want to tell me that we should continue funding the State Department for Foreign Affairs only for them to protect the interest of the foreign states instead of protecting the interest of Kenyans. So I have my reservation for that. And if you ask me if they proceed with that character, then they should not be given even their salaries.
I think the hashtag Mudavadi must go should be trending as early as yesterday. Second story of the day. Kenyans have been doxing Tanzanian MPs, similar to what they did to the legislators who passed the finance bill. Here's a classic example of Billy Mwangi doxing Felicitas Shipoto. We can see here her name has been listed: Felicitas Shipoto Njau, age 55, status MP Tanzania, and also her number has been listed. In case you're not familiar with the MP, her image was also attached below. And it's become so bad that they are complaining about it in the Tanzanian Parliament. Roll the tape.
Lakini mheshimiwa mwenyekiti, kabla sijaenda mbele sana, unajua hii ndio wizara kwetu inadili na NGOs na kuna mambo ya wanaharakati ndani. Nichukua nafasi hii kwanza kuwashukuru ndugu zetu wale wa Kenya, na niliwaambia kabisa saa hizo wanisikilize. Nilikata kidogo maana tumechat mpaka saa 9. Kwa hiyo nilikata kidogo, niko busy bungeni. Lakini waombe sana, tukitoka hapo tutaendelea tena na mjadala wetu kama kawaida. Kwa wale wote tu, wale ambao wanatutukana, wale ambao wanatusifu, lakini hoja inapingwa kwa hoja. Kwa hiyo nawashauri wale rafiki zangu wale jenzi wale ambao tumeanza mazungumzo, mkilieti group la WhatsApp mniingize humo. Itakuwa busy kidogo leo na kesho, kwa sababu kuna rafiki yangu mwingine Mkenya yuko hapa anataka parachichi, kwa hiyo yuko shambani. Tutakuwa tunashughulika naye ili achume aje nazo huko. Kwa hiyo naomba mnipe muda. Kwa hiyo Jumamosi nitawajibu live, tutaendelea. Nyinyi wa Kenya ni ndugu zetu, ni rafiki zetu, ni majirani zetu na hatuna namna ya kuwakwepa. Kwa hiyo tutaendelea. Cha msingi hoja ijibiwe kwa hoja. Mheshimiwa Mwenyekiti, naendelea kwenye mchango wangu sasa. Mheshimiwa Mwenyekiti, nakushukuru sana na nimeisikiliza hotuba ya Mheshimiwa Waziri.
Mlijitakia vita na Wakenya, sasa mambo imechemka. Kindly get used to the temperature. Third and final story of the day. I think some of our MPs are serious time wasters, and even Honorable Mukunji can agree with me. As per his submission, his colleagues have come back from recess to discuss Rigathi Gachagwa's utterances, and they have totally forgotten to highlight the issues that are near and dear to Kenyans. Here's the unfortunate reality.
I've just come from the National Assembly, and this is very interesting. Rigiji just united members of parliament in their first day to discuss Rigathi Gachagua. And what is the topic of discussion? Is utterances around matters to do with 2027. And let me say this, that I feel sad that the first order of business after coming from recess, it's about Rigathi Gachagua utterances. It is not about capitation. It's not about the just hiked exam fees. It's not about the debt matters that are reeling this country. It's not about the issue of public seal that is now in the public domain. Yes, no. It is not even about matters, the abduction of young people who we don't know where they no longer are. It is about Rigathi Gachagua and his utterances. And I feel sad that this is a motion not sponsored by just any member, but sponsored by the minority leader, who I now call the deputy majority leader, because it's like the minority and the majority came together. And that's the matter. I stayed in the National Assembly for close to 1.5 hours, and that is a debate that was there. The debate that is really unhelpful to Kenyans. And I believe we have set the bar too low as a National Assembly, and this needs to change. And now that I didn't get a chance to debate, I want to say clearly that the utterances, the debate was a debate that really tells you how Rigathi Gachagua is not just your normal villager as they want to depict him. Is a person who is uniting all members who impeached him to continue discussing Rigathi Gachagua. And I'm quite dazzled by this, because the fact of the matter is Kenyans deserve better debates. Kenyans deserve better National Assembly, and Kenyans deserve substance in what they pay as their taxpayers. But who am I? I'm just a young member of Parliament, just elected, but we have to change and ensure that this country has better value for money when it comes to members of Parliament.
I beseech Kenyans to man-mark their MPs. Kama hakuna kitu wanajua ama chenye wanafanya, watupwe random 2027.
And with that, guys, if you're here for the first time, please go on and hit the subscribe button. And if you're watching for a different platform, just head on over to YouTube, search for David Wafula. Hit the subscribe button, you're going to be getting a ton of content of this nature. If politics is something you're passionate about, this is definitely the one channel that you really need to subscribe to. Alright guys, adios. Thank you for choosing David Wafula as your primary news platform. We put countless hours in research, recording, and editing. By showing up each and every day to watch our videos, you encourage us to generate more videos for the viewers. We are on a mission to inform, educate, and build a better tomorrow. To our thousands of followers in a world full of presidents, kings, and queens, you are the real gem. Adios.